Good morning, student of class 3. I am your computer teacher Sonji sir. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to start a new chapter, chapter number 2, GUI operating system and introduction. Okay, chapter number 2, GUI operating system and introduction. So let's start. This is the content of this chapter. In this chapter we will learn about role of an operating system, types of OS based on user interface, Windows operating system and desktop. Okay, so these four topics I am going to discuss in this chapter. This is the syllabus of the first term examination. Chapter number 1, a computer system. Chapter number 2, GUI operating system and introduction. Chapter number 3, word processor and introduction. Okay, so these three chapters which are included in the first term examination. And chapter number 1, a computer system, I have already completed it. Okay, so in this chapter we need to know what is an operating system. An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. A computer cannot run without an OS. It is a software that enables us to communicate with the computer. Okay, so that means operating system is mainly a software, and the operating system helps us to communicate with the computer. Okay, the communicate with the computer, that means operating system helps us the user to communicate with the computer. Okay, we are able to give instruction and get our work done on the computer because the operating system. Okay, an operating system manages all hardware components of the computer. And here you can see uh, some example of popular operating system are Microsoft Windows, Linux and Mac OS, and even mobile phones have an operating system which is Android. Okay, so mainly operating system is the software. Operating system helps us to communicate with the computer. Operating system, uh, uh, with the help of the operating system, we are able to give instruction and get our work done. Okay, and operating system manage all the hardware components of the computer. Okay, so these are the main point of operating system, and some example of operating system are Microsoft Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Okay, now role of an operating system. So when we visit a restaurant, we are taken care by the waiter. Okay, we give all the instruction to the waiter. He coordinates with the departments such as food department. Okay, and other department etc. and get things done. Okay, we don't get to know about things happening in the background such as the number of chefs who prepared the food we had ordered. We simply given the instruction and get the tasty food on our table. Okay, similarly an operating system also coordinates with different software programs and hardware to give the desired output or result. Okay, so that means the role is very important of an operating system in a computer. Okay, operating system coordinate with the different software programs and also hardware to give the desired output or result. Okay, now function of an operating system. So what are the function? It controls the working of different hardware devices attached to the computer such as keyboard, mouse and monitor. Okay, that means operating system control the working of different hardware. Okay, hardware which are attached to the computer like keyboard, mouse and monitor. It keeps tracks all the programs on which user are working. Okay, that means the operating system keep tracks all the running program in a computer. Okay, it takes commands from the user and manage the operation of the computer accordingly. That means we give instruction to the computer and the operating system manage all the commands from the user. Okay, so first function is it controls the different types of hardwares which are attached to the computer, like keyboard, mouse and monitor. The operating system keeps tracks all the programs on which user are working, and the operating system helps us to interact with the hardware. Okay, so these three functions of an operating system. Okay, next is types of operating system based on user interface. So a user interface is the way in which we interact with the computer. There are mainly two types of user interface. First is command line interface or character user interface, and second is graphical user interface. Okay, so on the basis of the interface, OS can be two types. First is command line interface or character user interface. So now, what is command line interface? In early days, the operating system offered command line interface, also known as character user interface. Okay, that means the user had to write command to give instruction to the computer. That means we need to, when in the command user interface or character user interface, we need to write some commands to instruct the computer. Okay, we need to write some commands to instruct the computer, and the commands were then interpreted by the operating system to get the desired work done. Okay, a number of commands had to be learned to work on the computer. That means we need to learn some commands. Okay, we need to learn some command to work on this operating system. Only an experienced person could use this computer. An example of CUI based operating system is MS-DOS. Okay, so mainly the command line interface means the user had to write commands to give instruction to the computer. Okay, and the computer and these commands were then interpreted by the operating system to get the desired work. And the example of CUI based operating system is MS-DOS. Next is graphical user interface. Okay, graphical user interface allows user to interact and give instruction through the graphical icons and other visual elements such as menus. Okay, that means we can in the graphical user interface we can easily touch or click or pointing any type of icon. Okay, to give instruction to the computer. Everything shown as a part of a rectangular area called window. User can easily use the picture-based graphical elements through pointing devices such as stylus or finger on a touch screen and a mouse. That means in the graphical user interface based operating system, we can easily operate the operating system by pointing, selecting, touching. Okay, we can easily operate this operating system. All modern operating system are based on GUI. Okay, that means all modern operating system are based on GUI. Some example of GUI based operating system are Windows and Mac. Next is Windows operating system. Microsoft Windows is one of the popular OS. It offers easy to use graphical interface to the user. It has small features called icons. We can carry out tasks on a computer by clicking, pointing and dragging the icon. Okay, that means Microsoft Windows operating system is a graphical user interface based operating system. Okay, and Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating system, and it offers easy to use graphical interface to the user. It has a small pictures called icon. Okay, it can carry out tasks on a computer by clicking, pointing, dragging the icon. Okay, this is the main features of Windows operating system. Okay, clicking, pointing, dragging the icon. Okay, next is how to switch on a computer. First of all, when you want to switch on a computer, you need to follow these steps. Switch on the main power supply button. Then step number 2, switch on the UPS button. UPS means we all know that UPS means uninterruptible power supply. Okay, UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply. It provides power when there is a power cut. This gives us time to shut down the computer system properly. After switch on the UPS, you need to switch on the power button of a CPU. Then switch on the monitor. Okay, these are the 4 steps to be followed to switching on the computer. Next is Windows OS gets loaded and login screen as shown in the figure 2.5 appears. A login screen asks the user name and password. Windows desktop appears after we have entered the correct details. The process of loading the OS after a computer is switched on is called booting. Okay, that means the process of loading the OS. Okay, the process after switch on the CPU, it process of loading the OS after a computer is switched on is called the booting. Okay, during booting the computer perform necessary action which makes it ready to use. Here you can see the image of a desktop. Okay, this is the first screen that appears when the Windows OS is loaded is called desktop. Okay, this is the screen of desktop of a computer with the Windows 10 OS. Okay, this is the screen of a Windows 10 OS, and here you can see some icons are there. Okay, just the way we are organized things like books, notebooks, pen, pencil and carry-ons and on our study decks. Similarly, all frequently used files and tools are placed on the computer desktop. Okay, now I am going to discuss the important components on the desktop. Okay, so first is icon. So what is icon? Mainly icon is a small picture or graphical representation of a program, file or folder. To open any application, double click on its icon. Okay, that means icon is a small graphical pictures or representation of a program. Okay, and here you can see different types of icon are there. This PC icon, recycle bin icon, program shortcut icon. Okay, file icon and folder icon. Okay, so these are the different programs icon. Next is resizing the desktop. When you need to resizing the desktop, you need to follow some steps. First of all, you need to right click on the blank area on the desktop to display a shortcut menu. That means you need to right click on the blank desktop area. Okay, blank area on the desktop to display the shortcut menu. And here you can see that shortcut menu is here: view, sorted, refresh, paste shortcut, undo, rename. Okay, this is the shortcut menu. Okay, and this shortcut menu will appear when you right click on the uh, blank area of the desktop. Okay, then click view option and select the icon size by choosing of the option as large icons, medium icons or small icons. Okay, here you can see the options are here: large icon, medium icon and small icon. You can choose as per your choice. Okay, so these are the steps to be followed to resizing desktop icons. Okay, so I hope that all of you understand today's topic, and all of you have to read this very carefully. Okay, what is the function of an operating system, what is the role of an operating system, what are the different types of operating system, CUI operating system, GUI operating system. Okay, and what is icon, how to resizing the desktop icons. Okay, so I hope that all of you understand today's topic, and please read the book very carefully. Okay, I always told that read the book very carefully. And today I am ending my discussion here. In my next video I'll continue the chapter. Okay, so till then, take care, goodbye and thank you.